So there are three lies that take away from us our capability to deliver and drive results. And they're stupidly ubiquitous. I don't know why they proliferated the way they have, but everybody seems to cling to them. So let's start with the first one, and that's perfectionism. And it drives me nuts every time somebody says, "Oh, I'm a bit of a perfectionist." We used to do an exercise in which we asked everyone to identify an area for improvement. And I can't tell you the number of times somebody would say, "Oh, yes, my problem is I'm just too much of a perfectionist," which is a backhanded way of congratulating yourself for high standards that you claim that you have. The problem with perfectionism is that it's impossible for human beings to attain. It is an absolute fiction. And so therefore saying I'm a perfectionist, you might as well say I'm an illusionist, because what we really ought to be committed to is a passion for excellence. Because excellence frees us up to act. Perfectionism immobilizes us. We don't act because we think it's not yet perfect, and it'll never be perfect. And so we just keep standing there. It's the paralysis of analysis coupled with this other contagion. So what we want is a passion for excellence. We want to go when it's 85% right, and 85% good enough is good enough, and then we keep improving from there. Better to have something done that you can work on. I mean, the Thomas Edison's 9,999 attempts at inventing the incandescent light bulb, apocryphal or actual, is a prime example. Imagine if he had said, "I'm not going to even try with a prototype until I can make the light bulb." No, 9,999, when someone said, "Hey, Tom, another failure." And he said, "What failure?" "I discovered one more way not to invent the light bulb." And that's exactly what all of us have to do. A passion for excellence. Good enough is often good enough. Find out the level of excellence that's needed for that particular offering, and then keep improving, if necessary, failing forward from there. The second lie is that we have to motivate people. I have to motivate people. Motivation. And it's bunk, because most people are naturally motivated. I wrote a book called Liberating Passion, and the book came about because it was obvious when I looked at it that most people were passionate when we hired them, or we wouldn't have hired them. Nobody hires a dispassionate person. "Would you like to work for us?" "No, I'd rather die." "Oh, you're the person we're looking for. Let's hire you." No, nobody hires somebody like that. People are high in energy. They persuade you that they want to contribute. And then, as large company after large company confirmed to me, the companies become institutionalized passion killers, passion castrators. You can prove that passion is natural. Just look at kids. Look at adults at play. Take a bunch of kids, out to play. Take a bunch of adults out to play, and nobody has to tell them to be passionate. The absence of passion is unnatural, and companies kill passion in all sorts of ways. Now, some are obvious: bad leadership, toxic culture, gossip, lack of accountability, lack of fairness, hierarchy that immobilizes, micromanagement, etc. But I will tell you that you have to actually become a student of your own passion killers. It's now become commonplace for people to say, "Oh, when you delegate, don't tell people how to do it, because that's not delegation. You're supervising still." But you see, if the person has never done it before, or if you need it done in a particular way, you owe them the supervision, the clarity, and then you let go and let them run with it and improvise and add their own particular genius to it. And so you have to become a student of the passion killers that exist and not follow a theory book. Go to war on them systematically. Dismantle them. As you remove those, you find that the barriers to someone expressing who they are and bringing their passion to play will be removed. and you will find exactly what you hoped for, that bring talented people, give them great work to do, provide them enough clarity, just like star soccer or football players know exactly what a penalty line is, where the goals have to be scored, what you can or cannot do, and then get out of their way. So do not try to motivate people. Go to war on the passion killers, and then make the presence of passion a report card of the health of your culture, because it is natural and it will flow if you get out of the way and if I get out of the way. And the third lie is feedback. I hate feedback. Everyone says, oh, feedback's always good. No, it's not. And the problem with feedback is it tells you how something was in the past. And what are you supposed to do with that? You can't unspill spilled milk. You can have a autopsy, but what else are you going to do? What you want is architecture for future growth. So what you need is feed forward. And so if you'd have 100% energy to donate, you take 80% of it and put it into feed forward and 20% into feedback, if that. Maybe just 5-10% suffices. Because feedback is only of use in terms of clarifying your understanding of what actually happened and getting agreement on those facts, on the base on which you're building. And then you infuse the present with a commitment to doing it better, and you create a future path. You invite someone to grow along that future path and make a request for what behaviors and results you'd like to see in the future, and the kind of partnership you'll have in the future, and support that you will offer, and the coaching that will be forthcoming to allow that to happen. So feed forward is also far easier to take, because with feedback, people give you resentment. They try to rationalize or tell rational lies because they think they're being judged or assessed, as if that is all they could deliver. But feed forward already communicates your faith in their ability to grow and do better, your trust in them. And of course, they'd rather fulfill that vision. That whatever that happened, whether you misconstrued or they flubbed, that was the anomaly. And this is going to be the pattern going forward. So a culture of true continuous improvement, of future-based growth and development, of feed forward, of invitation, that invitational growth, that is what we should be seeking. Notice that these three lies have something in common. They are about control, pretending to be care. They're not leadership. They are noxious management. The kind of management, that says that, hey, don't dare do it until you can do it exactly the way I fantasize is perfect, which is ridiculous. Because then you get nothing. You get no character, you get no verve, you get no signature of that person's ability to interpret and grow and demonstrate what they can do. And linked to that is the companion lie of I have to motivate you, rather than I have to remove the barriers to your natural, passionate engagement. And then finally, that my job is to beat you over the head with what I construe to be your mistakes, rather than to point out why that didn't work, discuss what might work better, and agree going forward how we're going to deliver the standards to which we will hold ourselves and how we will support each other in making that happen. A leadership is an architect in human possibility. That's leadership.